everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Christina. We are going to update my project and goals notebook, and I have a bunch of different things that I need to plan out, so I thought I would show you what I do, my process for doing this, and you'll be able to see by using these various examples what this may look like for you when you're planning your projects. Okay, so I didn't get my cover created yet, but that will come. So the first thing, I do have a video showing how I set this up, so I will link that in the description box below for you. And I did update my Pinterest project. I got all of these steps done, and I left this in so that I could show you guys. So I made check marks for the things that I've completed, and these three I need to go back in and combine the descriptions. So I put a plus on those, and I've also updated the number of pins that I have on each of those boards. So right now I'm going to leave this in here. It's a good reference. You don't have to throw things away, that you have done, because you might be able to use that in the future, and also to kind of see that you've actually made progress on a project. So I'm going to leave that be for now. On this project, it's my 2020 content project. And what I've done on this one so far is I have made some decisions on some of the posts that I want to do first, like the top priority ones. I do want to get to all of these eventually, but I want to get these projects done first, those specific posts. So I've made decisions on that. And this one has not changed. I need to work on it, but I'm not going to do that in this video. We are going to take from the stack that I had underneath my notebook, and we are going to plan out some more projects. Sometimes it's a good idea to go ahead and create your plan, even if you're not quite ready to begin that project, just so that you can empty your mind, because that's kind of where I'm at, is that I have a lot of things going on in my mind and I just need to get them out. So that's what we're going to do. The first folder, if you will, that I grabbed, and I also like to use these came as letter size folders, like for school, and you can see that they're hole punched here. So there was another side, and I cut it in half, and then I just use, it has this kind of pocket here, so I just use it as kind of like a file folder, if you will. So super cute. And they had some different colors. I think they had like black and white and blue. So I've had those for a little while, but I'm sure you can find something similar. Oh, and look, I've added actually other things behind here that I didn't know that I had. Okay, so let's stick that up. All right. So this is going to be my Patreon project. Patreon is where I'm going to be housing the Readers Mastermind group. I will be announcing more and more details. Those are coming this week very, very quickly. And that is going to be housed on Patreon, and it is a monthly membership. And that's kind of what this is for. So I probably will still have some general tiers, but the main one that I'm going to be focusing on for the time being anyway is the Readers Mastermind group. That is basically nonfiction reading, but it is also, which is the bigger part of it, is actually applying those concepts and principles to your life and getting those written down in task form, project form, and implementing what you're learning. So that's what that is in a nutshell. If you have any questions about that, feel free to reach out to me. You have the comment section below. You've got my email address in the description box, okay? So let's get this project planned out. So this is Patreon. All right, and I am just going to think, right? We're just going to think. If you guys haven't seen my color coding video, I use these dot markers, and I love, love, love them. I've been using this fine tip part for notes and just for writing because I have them in my pen case. All right, so let's think here. So we need to have a just general supporter. Tier. I'm gonna have tiers here. Okay, and then I want to have the main one obviously is the Reader's Mastermind, like I just mentioned. And that one's gonna be $20 per month, recurring. So, I've already picked the very first book. It's In a Pit with a Lion on a Snowy Day. Oops, let's learn how to spell here. Lion on a Snowy Day. We did start this book on this YouTube channel. However, I am going to redo the portions that I have on the YouTube channel to put in the Reader's Mastermind group, and as well as finishing the book within the Mastermind group. And then I will probably announce the second book very soon as well, just so that you guys have the opportunity to get those purchased. So that's the first book. So obviously I need to do a reading schedule. And I need to post, schedule, post brainstorming, and live Q&A. I will probably try to schedule those as much as I can. Okay, there will be a replay. I need to also do some graphics for that as well. I need to, I guess this one kind of just falls under general for the brainstorming. And also I need to decide on launch date. All right, so I think that's all I have for right now. I just kind of wanted to dump my brain out on that. I don't need to do this anymore, and it is irrelevant. Okay, so on this project, this is the next one. I think I'm going to leave some space because I know I need to think this out a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a new page, okay? And this one is going to be, I'm just going to pick a different color just for the sake of using different colors. This one's going to be website pages. Okay. So I created a manila file folder here. Let me move that out of frame. All right. So I created a manila file folder here, and I named it My 24 Plan Pages. And what I have here is just a screenshot of my WordPress dashboard, if you will. It's not the main dashboard, but for those of you who aren't bloggers, that's the simplest way to explain it. The list of where you can see your pages. Okay, so what I wanted to do is, and I've printed them out. So there are a few. I mean, you're always improving, right? You're always tweaking and adding and removing things. But there's some things that I wanted to add and remove that are kind of, I've been wanting to do these things. And so I just need to get them again out on paper. I don't know how well that pink's going to show up. So I'm going to change color here. All right. So the main one is, and I just wanted to kind of, again, think, is homepage. I want to make sure that I have all of my places to find me and support me. Okay. I'm going to leave a little bit of space there. And then I want to make sure that my masterclass, which is getting started with planning, that you have a way to sign up for that. Okay. So right now, the way that works, sign up. So the way that this works right now is that I'm going to be running it throughout the year. And so if you sign up, you'll get put on the waiting list. But I'm going to be decide on next launch date, I guess you can call it. It's an email masterclass, and you can find some information on that. I will leave a link for you in the description box below to find some information on that if you're interested. I need to think what I want on this page. What are some things that I want to make sure I'm pointing you to? I just kind of need to read through it and pointing. I need to write this down too. Okay. Pointing to videos that don't have posts. Just kind of, again, brain dumping, because it's kind of a project, and it's going to take multiple trips around the world, right? And so I want to make sure that I'm getting all of that written out. All right. And then I do want to work on, and then just my about page. I just want to make a note here that I do want to kind of revamp it. Make sure info is correct. Contact me is an option on there. And link, I should say, I guess. And maybe over here also is contact me, just to make sure that I'm giving you guys lots of buttons to push. I think that that's good for that one. The masterclass is a page, okay, on my website, but I want to probably handle that separately. I just may make a note up here too that the masterclass page, well, because right now it only has one. So masterclass page is under getting started with planning, because that's my next one actually that I want to plan out. So, and this book, again, remember how I told you in my original video, it's a place for me to think. And it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be me writing things that come to my mind. And this little note right here is helpful to me, because I'm going to be like, why did I put this over there? Or why did I do it this way? And so I write notes to myself. That's helpful, right? Do what you need to do to get your stuff done, okay? All right. I like to switch colors. I don't know. That's the fun thing to do, right? And you want it to be fun because who wants boring? Nobody. All right, so I'm putting that above and I'm pulling the next page. This one is just a task, actually. And I'm just going to add it. I've started a pre-planning, which you guys will see in my next video will be my plan with me for this week. But I started this kind of list so that I don't forget what I'm doing. Welcome, freebies, email, create. So that's that task. So I'll put that with that paper. And then my terms and conditions, which I have migrated about 5,000 times. Has that ever happened to you? You migrate a task, and it's not something that you're putting off. It is something that 100% needs to be done, and it is just frustrating. Okay, so we're going to go back over here for just a second because I made this decision, so I'm going to mark it. So I created a folder again, and what I did was I made a copy. This is the original because of the holes. So this is the copy, right? And I stapled it on with 2 staples to the front cover, or actually 3 staples, I'm lying. And then I labeled it, and then all of my information is in here that I want to work on. So the beginnings of this process that I'm starting, okay? So I'm going to highlight on here the same decisions that I've made already, okay, in my book. So I'm just going to highlight those real quickly so that I will have the same information on each one. So yeah, create folders for yourself so that you can keep your thoughts organized. Even if it's a home project or whatever, just make a folder for it. You know you need one. You know you need one. All right, so the very last project I'm going to plan out is the Getting Started with Planning Master Class, and it's by email. So I'm going to create, and that was what the page was there. The note, rather, not the page. All right, we'll use green. All right, so this is Getting Started with Planning. And this just happens to be the season. I'm really focusing on my business, and so I want to make sure that I'm doing what I want to do. All right, so we're going to pull out this page from the other folder. Let's see if I can get it here. All right. So obviously I need to review what I have, because I don't know all the steps that I want to exactly do. Review what I have so far, what I already have published. Okay. And I'm going to see, I need to contact previous students for testimonial. Okay, because I have done this class before. And the other thing that I want to do is basically I need to create more graphics. What am I doing? Create more graphics. More for promo, but yeah, I guess promo. To let you guys know, like, launch dates and things like that. And let me think for just a moment. There is a lengthy workbook that is in there. Let's see. And I have all of the emails. Tweak the copy. I mean, that's my main goal. And to do some, those are my main goals. Those are the 3 things that I kind of need to focus on. These tasks definitely need to be broken down even more, but at least I'm getting part of the things out of my mind. So then I can come back to this when I'm getting closer to ready to work on it, and I can look at it and go, okay, what is this going to take? Right? And I can draw arrows, and I can say, I can number things. And you can also number things obviously with numbers, but you can also use letters. So, I could call this A, and then when I make my list, my to-do list, I can say number 1, number 2, number 3 under A. So this at least, again, gets me started and gives me the space to break it out in more detail. Okay? So we're going to leave that as is for right now. I did a lot of revamping on this masterclass the last time I ran it, which was at the end of November of 2020. And what I want to show you also, because I remembered to update you on this one, so I want to make sure that I don't forget again, is this page. First of all, I'm going to need a project tab, I'm sure. But I talked about this in a couple of videos, actually, that I wanted to switch these two. So I finally got that done. Now, what I could do, I'm not sure what I'm going to use this side for, or if I need an extension of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place, hold on, I can get a hold of that. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a few of these sticky notes on here because I finally got the right size, and for whatever reason, I'm putting them upside down. Okay. So I want to see, and I didn't even think about this when I set it up, but whatever. I want to see how these fit, and they don't fit. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's talk about this. These are skinnier, but longer. Obviously, I can scoot them down. Obviously, I can also cut them. I don't think I'm going to like this, you guys. I was going to use the small sticky notes to use on here, but I think that if I did end up using them, I would, or if you guys want to use them in yours, I would suggest maybe cutting them because I don't like this. Sometimes your plan doesn't work out, and that is perfectly normal. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a list. Project name. And then I'm going to put over here, start on this side, end, date. And then I'm going to do a line down. This way. And then I'm going to do start, date, and a line down. I did want the task listed that was in progress, but I think maybe I'm going to start with this because here I can see what projects I'm working on that are actually active, that I've actually started, not just started brainstorming, but that I'm actually doing tasks for. So this will help me with my planning when I have those project blocks of time. I can go to my notebook and see where I'm at. So what's going to end up happening is that in progress and that next action needs to be easily identifiable in my notebook. So if I need to thread my pages, I will show you what that means. But if you're a bullet journaler, you know what I'm talking about. If I need to thread my pages together to have more space to get those items listed out clearly, then that's what I'll do. So the next thing that I need to be working on that I can just do while I'm watching TV is to begin numbering these pages. In the next video, you're going to see my plan with me for this week. And so we're going to be getting this notebook right back out and continuing to make progress in it. We're going to continue planning out the things that need to get done. Okay. So you'll continue seeing these updates in this notebook. And I'm hoping that, by you guys listening to me, of how I plan out a project, like what am I thinking about? What questions am I looking at? How do I begin? How do I brainstorm and get going? And then actually continuing to be able to see those tasks. What is next? That's the big question. What is next? That's what this book needs to answer for each project. Okay. So I will see you guys in the next one. Check the description box below for more information. Bye.